We have with us one of the leading printmakers of the country, Anupam Sud. She is a live embodiment of dedication and lives up to the axiom that there are no shortcuts to a place where you really want to go, or a place which is worth going to. Her works have been exhibited around the world and are housed in very prestigious museums. It's an honor to have her here with us in Chandigarh. I welcome you on behalf of Punjab Lalit Kala Akademi.
Thank you.
So we go back in time, and my first question is that you had almost become a mathematician, I believe.
No, it's a very big word to say I had become. You know, like after school one takes admission, so I took admission in Hindu College for mathematics. Till the time my father's friend came and he told him, ki, what are you doing? She should be sent to art. So I just attended one day, and to say become mathematician is a very big thing. I just went one day to college. After that I joined College of Art as non-collegiate, because I had tried for admission, I didn't get admission at college. So 1 year I just went without getting admission, and next year I joined.
But those were days when becoming an artist itself was, was a very tough call.
No, it was just, no, it wasn't tough course. जिसको कुछ नहीं आता, कुछ नहीं कर सकता, वो artist बन जाता. That was the reputation. And my father said, when you can study, you are okay in your studies, why do you want to do art? So my father's friend only told him, you know, she is born for art. तो मुझे लगे यार कैसे मैं पैदा art के लिए, I had no understanding, you know, you can imagine, and I was more stupid than my age group otherwise, you know, so I didn't understand, you know. But I'm glad that I came to art, and it gave me meaning in my life. Otherwise, I don't know.
But why did you choose printmaking? A very tough medium, I must
say. There
say.
are times, you know, you don't make a choice for your life, you know, the life makes choices for you. And the grace is that you keep accepting, and you keep, life becomes a challenge, and you take the challenge and you continue. That's what I did. Initially when I used to see my seniors doing printmaking, I thought this is one medium I'm never going to touch, because it's so, you know, like you mess up your hands, you mess up everything when you're working, and India is a warm country, then you know makhi baith gayi, so you do this, so you're depositing ink on your body and all. I used to see my seniors, never I'll touch this medium. But once you get into it, it's like quicksand, it just sucks you in. So that is what happened. For me it happened, it sucked me in, because it was so challenging. You keep on accepting the challenge, and every time a new door, you know, like it's a magic Pandora which opens, and you say, oh, ye bhi ho sakta hai. Then you want to go beyond that, and you try, and you keep mastering the things which people think are accident. There are no accidents, but accidents thankfully are there, which you show there is, this gate is also open. Which people say, somebody said, you know, printmaking to sara accident hota hai. I said, even the most, you know, scientific invention of invention of engine was an accident. Had that person not seen that accident, and there wouldn't be any locomotives now. So it's an accident which open a gate for you to see the possibility, and it's up to you how far you can go.
So would you say that all masterpieces are accidents?
I wouldn't say accident. If I just decide आज तो मैं masterpiece बनाऊंगी और जाके accident कर दूं canvas के साथ, it won't create a masterpiece. For me, at this stage, and I say it's a supreme invention plus the artist's hard work and his receptibility and sensitivity, which makes the masterpiece.
You are very sensitive to the environment around you.
Everyone is, isn't it? Now the whole world is getting sensitive. Now we are realizing the mistakes we have made. Earlier, if we were sensitive, we would have known, you know, we are going to create this kind of havoc with the nature. We wouldn't have come to this stage that we have come to. So,
but you're saying that, you know, art happened, it so happened, and masterpieces are also created per chance sometimes. But what was your main trigger that you chose printmaking? कुछ तो ऐसा हुआ होगा ना?
That is what I was saying, because the technique and the medium, and when we started, it wasn't like, you know, one would limit to one line drawing or little bit of texture and all, and while making texture we realized, you know, what possibilities it had. I wasn't thinking that I'm getting, you know, totally cornered with the printmaking. So, you know, that scope of experimentation and that would you know, engross me so much. I didn't even realize that I am getting the, you know, that mark of a printmaker. I could draw, I could paint equally. Well, I think I can paint also. So I didn't even realize that I was cornering myself by and by till the time सबने कहा ओ ये तो प्रिंट मेकर है, you know, like we are अछूत of the art world. जी, तो उन्होंने प्रिंट मेकर है, चलो पेंटिंग रख रहे हैं, पेंटिंग है वहाँ पे, एक दो प्रिंट भी रख लेते हैं. So we just started surviving on the charity of the people, you know.
So have things changed over the years?
I wish it had changed. You know, a lot is being done and people are making conscious efforts to create a venue and create possibilities and opportunities for printmakers. But you know, printmaking is dependent on a lot of equipment and you know, like huge paraphernalia. You know, like if you graduate as a painter, to make a beginning you need a canvas, you need, you know, few paints and a corner in the house, and you can start. But for printmaking, you need to have a machine, because end products comes through a machine, because it's an impression onto another. Yeah. So paper पे impression लेने के लिए machine चाहिए, या तुमको जैसे रखना है तो किसी अगर wood cut भी कर रहे हो तो spoon वगैरह से it's time consuming. People don't realize the sensitivity and the requirement of the medium. People say क्या कर रहे हो यार, इतनी देर में तो पेंटिंग बना लेते, क्या चम्मच से रगड़ रहा है, because that physical useless activity, you know, that effort gives you a print, but people wouldn't understand. And but I'm glad it's still continuing, and a lot of printmakers give up, because you work for 2 months, you get, let's say, 2 prints. उसको print को भी, क्योंकि there is an edition, so you have to sell it at cheaper rate. तो 2 महीने में you can make very nice 2 paintings and you get, you know, 2-3 लाख रुपया मिल जाता है. तो this money plus, you know, equipment, these are deterrents for print making.
Though we are saying that technology has evolved so much. आप ये बताइए,
Lalit, this place has a studio where they provide opportunity for the people to continue. Suppose I've got a job, you know, this has a certain time to open and close, and my job doesn't permit me that, and I want to come at night because that's my own time and I want to work. You cannot, so you cannot continue. Plus, you know, aaj ke, you know, times are becoming very expensive, money is getting, you know, everybody is talking about money. Now, you know, in our days when we went to college, anybody came to us, there was hardly ever a mention of what you are getting as salary, और नहीं तो respect खत्म हो जाती है हमारी. पर आज के दिन में जाओ, my students tell me, you know, ma'am, we are getting 1 lakh per month. What are you doing? How honest you are with students? How giving are you? वो कोई भी नहीं बात करता. You go to classes, you hardly find students. मैंने सोचा दिल्ली में है, but I heard that it's happening everywhere. I went to an institute, you know, the class was empty. वो जो रखा still life का वो पड़ा हुआ है वहाँ पे. तो आई मेट अ स्टूडेंट, मैंने कहा तुम लोग काम नहीं कर रहे, कहते हैं हमने सेल में फ़ोटो खींच ली, मार्क्स के लिए फ्राइडे को आना, तो आई यू नो वहाँ से देख के कर दूंगा. सो इट्स दैट कैजुअलनेस विच इज़ क्रीपिंग इन. इट्स नोबडी इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट यू विल बाय ड्राइंग दिस योर observation, your perceptions, your understanding of the 3D, and so much is happening,
Yes.
which will not happen. You watch seeing it from 2D
2D.
thing, and you're just reproducing that. It's reproduction is not the business of art.
Absolutely.
It's in the process what you are observing, what you are imbibing, and all that, and how you are taking it out, how you growing. So the growing का method ही एक हो गया है. तो what do you do?
So as they say,
things are
experience is
changing.
not art, but reflecting on experience is art.
हाँ, it is, you know that है ना. तो experience करने के लिए उनके पास time ही नहीं है.
But things were different back then with teachers like Mr. Jagmohan Chopra around.
I think these were the people who have dedicated their lives for students. I've been a student and I know how much he's done. And मुझे आज के दिन में बोलो when I think I'm better than so many other people, उन्होंने अपना ड्राइंग रूम स्टूडियो में कन्वर्ट कर दिया फॉर स्टूडेंट्स टू कम. ही हैड फैमिली, सारे बच्चे उसमें, एक कमरा पूरा का पूरा उनसे निकाल करके सोफ़ा बेडरूम में पहुंचा देना, ये करना, एंड वहाँ मशीन लगा देना. आई डोंट think, I have not heard of a single person who's done this but Mr. Chopra. So uske karke I am only there because of him, and I'm not the only one. There are so many like me who really think that he has dedicated his life to not only medium, to his students, medium also.
But you're also known for your dedication and
वो तो कॉलेज में ड्यूटी करके, you know, like if I'm teaching, I wanted to, you know, the money I was earning, I wanted that to be really gold money, so I had to.
okay.
तो उसके लिए
not
काम
just-
करना नहीं जी, no question. And also जब once you start doing that, it becomes a, you know, like I love my students, so how could I be dishonest to them? I love them. Yeah.
But your works are so detailed and you know those so expressive and so evocative, and in printmaking, I mean, getting those expressions, I'm sure doesn't come easy. How do you achieve all of that?
I don't think, you know, print, there is a handicap in the medium that you can do what you want to, you can draw, because even illustrations and all what were done for the books initially were done on printmaking medium, though it was mass reproductions and mass this thing, but you know, anything is possible. But the style and the trend of the period didn't require, you know, it was, you know, like, you know what happened in the modern period, impressionism and all that. So I, you know, like, it was not required. So people, what other people are doing, it's not that they cannot, they chose to do like that, but somehow I work on a subject,
Right.
and I have a theme behind that, so I work towards it. So there are times when detailing is required, I do it then, but if it is not required, I don't. In like it is like that, not that I am different than other people, because my work requires it. So that's how. There are people who can do better than me, but you know.
You studied at Delhi College of Art, where you had teachers
It's
like
called College of Art.
Yeah.
Delhi comes later
The
because
College of Art,
Delhi
Delhi.
College of Art is another college which is humanities.
Okay, right.
So art college is College of Art Delhi.
And then you went to study at Slade School of Art, London.
Yeah, because you know, it was only my main printmaking started when we formed a group 8, which is called, and Mr. Chopra opened up a studio at his place, because otherwise, like all other artists, you know, after doing few works at college level, there was no scope, then we wouldn't have. So on the basis of the works that we produced and in group 8, I got this scholarship of British Council, because I went for the interview, I sat through that, and they liked my work and they sent me. Then that was the thing.
So how did your worldview of art change when you studied there?
You know, it is an institute. It was, now things are changing, you know, like the press, which we were not allowed to touch in those days till the time we proved worthy of it. It was lying on the steps when I went 2 years ago to Slade again, and people were, you know, found objects के impressions ले रहे थे, and it used to be locked. It would only open if the teacher thought you are worthy of touching this machine. Then we could print on that. So the things have changed there also, like here also.
Well, how did the training in Slade School help you as an
it
artist?
was very traditional, like there are various mediums in printmaking, like, you know, lithography, etching, silk screen, and you know, relief print, etc., etc. So they were teaching very traditional kind of techniques in a traditional way. So I thought that was a good opportunity, and I just thought I'll learn it so well when I go back home. Everybody is not so lucky that they'll come over here and learn it. So I thought, you know, when I go back, I'll be able to give them what they are giving here. So Mr. Chopra was here. So the chemicals and things, because I had heard my seniors, अरे यहाँ तो ये भी नहीं मिलता, हम क्या करें, वहाँ ये होता था. So a lot of people who had come abroad, they continued in frustration because they wouldn't get the same material. So I just thought, you know, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता, इंडिया में नहीं हो. Maybe we have different names, or maybe we get raw material, so we'll make our own things. So so my study was not only based on what I was learning there, but in even chemical world, you know, printmaking is very dependent on chemicals and chemistry, etc. So I was just saying, अच्छा ये chemical है, इसके ingredients क्या हैं? So I would make notes and send it to Mr. Chopra कि इसके साथ ये कर. And he was making a research over here कि हाँ ये बना, ये नहीं बना, you find out about this. So we were, you know, correspondence से हम ये, it was kind of research. So when I went back, so we started, you know, giving information to, I started people who would come and ask, and then I learned photo process there only. So उसका equivalent लेकर के यहाँ पे college में भी machines थी, क्योंकि वो those were in different department on in graphic, that means applied art में. So we started using after going back, and then my heads would say, move easy. तुम्हारे से पहले भी print making होती थी. So, you know, with my own limitations, I tried to be, you know, as giving as was possible.
So you not only trained yourself, but in a way trained others. You know, your degree kind of helped so many others.
जब मैं वहाँ गई थी जाने से पहले, when I had met other people, तो मेरा mission ही यही था कि I'll provide opportunity to people who are unable to go, so they will also do. So with me, so many other people went and they had that experience.
So let's come to your subjects. You know, you've painted a lot of male figures as well, virile and strong. My question is that when men paint women, nobody says much, but when a woman paints a male figure, you know, she comes under constant attention, if not censure.
जो people who are viewing your work, so automatically they will have some opinion, so they will say. And mostly I would say when male paint women's, so women's body, so I feel it's for them it's an object of pleasure or whatever, you know, like you know that I don't have to give any adjectives to that. So you will find a woman treated that way. So my, you know, when I draw a woman, it's my experience, not only the visual, or you know, it's 360-degree, which not visually, but the pain and happiness, sorrow, and everything comes with it. So you might find, because some crudity in drawing also, because you know I यहाँ रखा दर्द हो रहा है, तो how will I, you know, then it will be differently drawn, you know, like for me it's not an object, mere object, it is a source of experiencing this world. तो मैं उस तरीके से करती हूँ. So sometimes we do superficial things also, because when it's not required, you know, when that, you know, like every time you don't do everything, you want to show beauty, you want to show pain, you want to show this, you want to show the physical perfectness. I find woman's body very organic. I find man's body is much more, like my total experience of the world is how the light falls on it.
Right.
So, light falling on a male body for me, tempts me to draw the musical lines of that. Whereas when light falls on a woman's body, men would say, like our teacher said, dekho kitna beautiful hai, kitna, like, and our models, they come from poor background, and I say, where is the beauty? And because I had seen my mother, I had seen my other aunts, what beauty for me that moment was some other beauty, some other aspect of beauty. But I couldn't, now I can see that, but what my teacher was conveying to me didn't make home, because I didn't understand at that level कि what he means, lyrics of the line.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand. मेरी बड़ी गंदी आदत है, मैं इधर से कहाँ से कूद जाती हूँ. So
No, but then when you paint male, because you're talking of painting women, and that's the 360-degree angle.
Yeah.
So when you paint men, what angle is that?
Mostly for me, men's body, is a visual experience. So I just draw that, because when I see the light falling on the well-built muscles, and God has really created nice, and whatever, like he has done certain things, like women can appreciate men's body and men can, I'm a normal human being, so I appreciated that, and I like to draw it that way, though I didn't kill myself over it. When my purpose was thing, I would just leave at that level and continue.
You sometimes said that it was your father's virile body that has
My father,
inspired you.
my father actually was very good looking, as well as he was bodybuilder, like Lahore mein jaise hota tha un dinon mein. My grandfather from Shimla sent him to study at Lahore, so he and like how the sons are pampered in the families. Yeah. He had 4 sisters. He was the only son for a very long time. So he would do that, and when we were growing up, he would just like to keep fit, he will make me sit on his back and वो करते हैं ना वो exercise of हाँ जी, तो हम बैठते थे ऊपर और उनको पकड़ के, and he would then my another sister came after me, then she would also sit on him and he would do that. So we grew up like
and going back to your subjects, what has been the most important, significant inspiration for that?
ऐसा है कि like one lives in society and one is part of the society, and one sees the ambiguities, contradictions, and like you see a person behaving differently in your presence, but there is a more influential presence, then those ideas which person had given you, how those are sidelined, and new ideas, they project them differently, themselves differently. So these things amused me like oh my God. And then you begin to understand the world, so your understanding and beginning. So my basic inspiration came from these. So
societal hypocrisy
total nahi, it's not only the hypocrisy, but it's not in a way that you are making a comment on it. You are not, you are just trying to put it as is and when it was there. So accepting this happens. With the time I learned to accept all that, and I tried to put in a way, not criticizing, not appreciating, but as it is, and also for you to make, I am not trying to influence you also. So you see, if you are sensitive enough, you will make your own judgment, and all. I like to give space
to the viewer
also. And also with time I realized, viewer, according to their own experience, they give new meaning to my work, which were very welcome and which I enjoyed. which I really enjoyed.
And mythology also has informed your work?
Yes, because you know my mother and my grandmother, and they were people, you know, like if we would talk about Ramayana, my mother would say, "कौन सी रामायण में से बताऊं तेरे को?" She knew so many, you know, now it comes on television, but as a child I was told, you know, and also like, you know, the hypocrisies in mythology also, and various interpretations, and how, you know, simply जैसे वो गांधारी का था. So it was first time when I was school going girl when she said कि अब तो बड़ा कॉमन हो गया, everybody talks about it, but then she said कि गांधारी ने इसलिए नहीं पुकारा था कि वो पतिव्रता होने के करके मेरा पति नहीं देख सकता तो मैं भी नहीं देखूंगी. She just said, you know, I am from a such family, illustrious family, and why my parents married me to a blind man, and he says, I want to see this world through your eyes. तो गांधारी कहती मैं क्यों तुझे दिखाऊं? I deserved better. So why should I become an instrument for another person? I am an individual too. I have my own requirements and तो she tied कि I will not. तो ये मेरी मम्मी ने मुझे पहली बार, फिर उसके बाद ये छोटी थी मैं, फिर मैंने अंधा युग एक ड्रामा था दिल्ली में आया था, वो देखा तो मैंने आई डिस्कस विद माय मदर, यू नो, लाइक अगर आप बोलो स्कूल नहीं गई, मास्टर लगाया था घर में पढ़ने के लिए बिकॉज शी वाज फ्रॉम अ रिच फैमिली कि हमारी लड़कियां जाके, बट रखा. पर इंग्लिश पढ़ते पढ़ते मेरे नाना जी गुजर रहे थे वहाँ से, हस्बैंड का मतलब खाविन, तो उन्होंने कहा यार ही इज करप्टिंग माय डॉटर. उस दिन से मास्टर जी दफा हो गए. सो थिंग्स वर डिफरेंट, बट यू नो शी हैड दैट क्वेस्ट फॉर लर्निंग. तो उन्होंने अपने आप जितना कुछ कर सकते थे. ज्योग्राफी की शी हैड क्रेज फॉर ज्योग्राफी. आप कुछ भी पूछो, ऐसे मेरे फादर बोलते ये तो टिम्बकटू जा रही है, तो मैं वी थॉट समथिंग विच डजंट एग्जिस्ट. तो माय मदर सेड नहीं टिम्बकटू है और मैं तुम्हें दिखाऊं. उन्होंने अफ्रीका का मैप निकाल करके मेरे को तब पता लगा टिम्बकटू है. तो माय मदर, यू नो, बिकॉज शी हैड दैट, यू नो, लाइक सब्जेक्ट इज चेंजिंग, बट
so she was a defining influence on your life.
ग्रेट. आई टिल इतना टाइम हो गया माय मदर का, आई स्टिल थिंक अबाउट हर, आई ड्रीम अबाउट हर स्टिल टिल दिस डे.
And you've also done that work, you know, disrobing of Draupadi.
It's called द्रौपदी's dilemma. उसमें ये करा हुआ है कि 5 पति रहते हुए भी, you know, whatever, you know, I have taken those, you know, like in a line, in a corner, those 5 men are there, but they make one form together, but she's opening her hair, and that's the beginning of महाभारत की. वही तो she was the sole reason for that, and मतलब मैंने different way में उसको लिया हुआ है. Not from there, you know, that context it had a different kind of interpretations, और आज की different है. So और हम एक उसमें हैं कि सब कुछ change होते हुए we are still sticking to that, और उसकी बातें अभी भी करते हैं.
So, but would you call yourself a humanist or a feminist?
A woman.
A woman.
मैं you know, like long ago people said you are feminist. I don't want to carry their flags.
Right.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं, क्योंकि what those feminist women did, you know, burn the bra, that doesn't come into my periphery at all. So I detach myself totally from them. It's meant for your comfort. नहीं पहनी मत पहनो, पर लेके उसको उठा करके सड़क पे घूमना, और whatever men have, और जो नेचर ने बनाया, make fun of that. I don't become part of that. I don't know if you know what happened in America also, and they were dildos के साथ में walk. What? So you're not making fun of men or all. You are making fun of what the total creation और उसका है. You're not from. I don't
subscribe
feminism
to that.
जैसे कहेंगे what about the condition at home. I knew my grandfather was a big lawyer, but there were times जब domestic कोई problems या कुछ आती थी, he would always consult my grandmother, and she would have the last word. What feminism are we talking about?
Yeah, it existed even back then.
हाँ
Yes,
जी बिल्कुल,
बिल्कुल.
पर वो एटीट्यूड है. अब हमने अपने हम लोगों ने उनको ऐसा ट्रेन कर दिया, लड़कों को सुप्रीम कर दिया, एंड वी हैव मेड वुमन एन ऑब्जेक्ट कि जा कर के रेप्स हो रहे हैं और वो हो रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट ट्रेनिंग आवर बॉयज, वी आर जस्ट सेइंग लड़कियों को स्कर्ट मत पहने दो, लड़कियों को जीन्स मत पहने दो. व्हाट? You're not telling a man, a son in your family, yeah, you have to respect your sister, you have to respect a woman. God has created us with a difference, and when you need their thing is there, you tell us, we'll get you married or something. Whatever. कोई training नहीं, कोई, you know, women are equally responsible. Mothers, when they are treating their sons differently and they are treating their daughters differently.
But today we are talking so much about gender equality. Do you
क्योंकि
think
है ही नहीं, हम कर करके उसको और हवा बना रहे हैं. सब कुछ करने के बाद अभी आप स्पीच देने जाएंगे, यू विल सी द सेम वुमन सेइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स ऑन द स्टेज. दिस इज वेयर यू नो, और नीचे आएगी किसी तूने देखा उसको कैसे वो बिहेव कर रही थी. अरे कर रही थी तो क्या है, men have 100 times behaved like that, you have just ignored it. पर उसको तुमने इशू बना के एक को नहीं, तुमने 10 को और करके उनको भी और खड़ा कर लिया.
So, going back to the world of art again, do you think digital art has influenced art in any which way?
I don't get the question. Digital कैसे influence करेगा? नहीं, computer आया है, new things are coming, and I'm not averse to whatever is happening should be imbibed into the. If you can use it, it should be used. But it, you know, like there is a difference between just drawing a line or making a form.
Right.
So how you use the digital, कि पक्की पक्काई खीर आजकल so much is available, उसको लेकर के आप print कर दोगे, then it's a visual thing for you and it's up to you. But you can bring it to the level of art.
You can.
Where हाँ जी बिल्कुल होगा भी, आप देखते रहना थोड़े उस पे डिजिटल, उस पे करते करते पीपल आर कमिंग टू अ लेवल वेयर दे विल यूज इट एज अ टूल ओनली. अब तो जो कुछ आता है हम, क्योंकि इट हैज़ एन इम्पैक्ट, वो रियलिज्म से आप फोटो खींच के उसको पूरा रिप्रोड्यूस कर दो वैसे का वैसा है, तो अभी हम उससे इनेमर्ड हो रहे हैं. When once we have had enough of it, then we'll start looking towards creativity. I am very much for digital thing, and what you do with it and how you use will bring it to the art level.
But craft is now moving away from art. More and more people are working with found objects.
The craft तो कभी भी नहीं move कर सकता. Even when you are drawing, it's a craft. है ना, आप एक नियम जो क्या बने होते हैं, जो प्रिंसिपल उनसे करके आप कर रहे हो, तो इट बिकम्स अ क्राफ्ट. जो हमारी जो दोज विमेन, वी टॉक अबाउट दोज एज क्राफ्ट बिकॉज उनका एक तरीका बन गया and they are continuing with that.
Fixed technique.
हाँ जी, and but you know I have seen some of them are very creative, but they are labeled as craft people. तो painting भी craft ही है, but what you know for उसको एक लेवल पे ऊपर ले जाने के तो फिर एटीट्यूड होता है एक आदमी का.
नहीं, what I mean is that more and more people now work with, you know, computer art or with found objects and then just put it all together, and those found objects are not created by them. It's just, you know, what we call conceptual art. But you have learned a very painstaking technique, so that's why I was asking you whether, you know, there is a difference.
I've been a teacher and I'm open to everything. It depends what you do and how it's, you know, in the end what it does to the viewer, where it becomes art.
All right. So my last question is, how do you look back at your journey?
Look back at my journey, I have, you know, like I feel happy. I wanted to be an artist. I have been, you know, like becoming an artist is a very big word, but I have been able to give my time to art, which gives me satisfaction. I have been able to live through that, and I have been sort of been earning my living through that. So I don't have regrets, and I think God has been kind. And like
It
I wish
has-
I could do
it has-
more. There is never an end, but on the whole,
So it has been a
Also-
very fulfilling life, not just for
fulfilling
you
नहीं
but for
बोलूँगी,
the viewers as
fulfilling
well.
नहीं बोलूँगी, fulfilling का तो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है, but what I wanted, I've been able to do it, and it's time to go, so I'm happy.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much. It has been a
My
very
pleasure.
enriching talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anupam ji, once
Yeah,
more on
thank
behalf
you.
of Punjab Lalit Kala Academy.
Thank you.